President Trump can keep moving forward, for now, with his plans to limit mail-in voting for everyone in this country and can continue to create a federal voter list that will determine who can and cannot vote in every state. So says a federal judge in Washington, D.C. The judge issued this 28-page opinion today saying he would not block President Trump's executive order right now. But this isn't over. So this is all stemming from President Trump's claims that elections in the United States as a whole are rigged and that mail-in voting is cheating. For the record, neither of those things are true. No presidential administration other than Trump's and no federal court has ever found either of those claims to be valid. And because of Trump's mistrust of federal elections, especially ones he doesn't win, on March 31st of this year, he signed this executive order titled Ensuring Citizenship Verification and Integrity in Federal Elections. The EO does two things. One, it directs the Secretary of Homeland Security to compile what Trump calls the state citizenship list. The DHS will compile this list of eligible American citizens over the age of 18 based on federal citizenship and naturalization records, Social Security records, and other relevant federal databases. That list will then be given to the states, and the states can then cross-reference that citizenship list with whoever they have on their voter rolls. Just being on the citizenship list, by the way, isn't enough. Voters would still have to register in the state. And number two, this order gives the United States Postal Service a bunch of new authority over who can and cannot submit a mail-in or absentee ballot. It says within 60 days of an election, the state has to provide its own eligible voter list to USPS. And if your name isn't on that list for whatever reason, the Postal Service will not deliver your mail-in or absentee ballot and would not deliver your mail or absentee ballot to your elections office once you've completed it. Oh, and the executive order also says that USPS will design a special envelope with a specific barcode on it that will be traced straight back to you. Wow. Obviously, this order was immediately challenged in the courts by voting rights groups, the NAACP, the Democratic Party, along with Democratic leadership in both the House and the Senate. The plaintiffs say this executive order violates a laundry list of laws and the Constitution. They say it violates the separation of powers between federal and state governments, the First and Fifth Amendments to the United States Constitution, the Administrative Procedures Act, the Privacy Act, various statutes related to the Postal Service, and the Voting Rights Act. The case ended up in front of federal Judge Carl Nichols, a Trump appointee in the D.C. district. Now, Judge Nichols has ruled against the Trump administration in the past, but this time he ruled that he cannot issue a preliminary injunction to block this executive order of Trump's right now because no federal agency has acted on the executive order yet. Homeland Security has not written the rules for creating this voter list, and the Postal Service has not created the rules for how it will decide which mail-in ballots will and won't be delivered. So the judge said until they do, no harm has come to the plaintiffs. See, in order to issue this preliminary injunction to block something, the plaintiffs would have to prove they are likely to suffer irreparable harm. Judge Nichols said the plaintiffs did not meet that threshold yet. It's important to know here that this order does not say that Trump's executive order is legal or that what he's trying to do is legal. It just says the plaintiffs haven't met the threshold for a preliminary injunction. And just because the judge ruled against them today doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. The judge said that the plaintiffs can absolutely bring these issues back up to the court after the Trump administration issues all those rules. Those rules are scheduled to be written by the end of June. And these plaintiffs, by the way, say they are ready to go and that they will absolutely refile their challenges in court as soon as the Trump administration issues these rules. So if you want to read the ruling from Judge Nichols today, I'm going to email it out to you in my Facts HQ email tonight. So make sure you sign yourself up.